Hey everyone, today we are taking a look at the Surfytrem from Surfy Industries. So this is a pedal I was really excited to get, and I want to say thank you to Surfy Industries for sending this over for review. I love tremolo effect. It's one of my favorites. I don't get deep into choruses and things, but modulation effects I like a lot of the classic early ones. So tremolo being the obvious one, but also variations of tremolo, and then getting into things that sort of sound like rotary speakers, like Univibe, stuff that have that swell. So this one, first of all, it's a great, simple to use tremolo, which is something that I look for. Just like a lot of you know, I'm a big fan of Fender blackface amps. Super Reverb's probably my favorite, but I absolutely love the Princeton and the Twin, and I've used a bunch of other ones. And so I like that you've got your amp knobs, right? You know, you got your speed and your intensity, and it functions and sounds on blackface mode very much like what it says. Again, as someone who owns and uses those amps, I can tell you that it's very, very close, if not identical, when you're on blackface mode. It just sounds like a great tremolo. It has that right depth, it has that right kind of feel to it. It even does that really percussive thing if you turn the intensity all the way up. So that's all well and good. I love that about it. There are a lot of great tremolo pedals out there, so what's special, really special about this one is when you flip it over to the brown face mode and you get the harmonic tremolo, because there aren't as many harmonic tremolos around, and there are a lot of them that are out there. Now, a lot of them are good. The tricky thing about harmonic tremolo, some of them just kind of sound like just like a phaser. You know, maybe not exactly, there's a difference, but some of them overemphasize that sort of phase swell that you get from the harmonic tremolo effect. This one gets that sound, but a little bit in more of a natural way, really sounding like it was coming from a vintage amp as opposed to coming from a pedal. Now, I've played a lot of harmonic tremolo pedals that are good, and that sound is cool, and it's a neat tone, but they don't quite have that same, I hate the term amp-like in pedal demos, that same amp-like feel. This one, I love the simplicity, but the versatility of it with those two effects. Of course, obviously, so if you have an amp without tremolo and you want just your basic straight-up amp-like tremolo, and it just sounds great, but boy, that harmonic tremolo is really nice on this. So one of the things that I love to do with this type of effect is to set the speed low and the intensity medium-high, let's say medium-well, and it just really adds this sort of wide motion and waviness to your tone. It adds a lot of dimension to your tone, but without just sounding like you have a big modulation effect on it. I absolutely love doing that type of thing. Really like this pedal. So you've just heard some tone, just a couple of my favorite settings with this. Now we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. You just heard it with a Rickenbacker loaded with Gemini pickups. Now you're going to hear it with a Fender Telecaster. I am plugging into a Super Reverb today, and I'm using the reverb from the amplifier. So let us know what you think. Are you a tremolo or kind of classic modulation fan like I am? Please let us know if this is one that you've used, that you've tried, what you'd think. I'm Jack Fossett. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video.